So, fodder has absolutely crashed in price due to the packs being open for Team of the Season Live, and I do believe right now is the cheapest it will be up until Thursday. So, let's go walk you guys through the different investments to go for. So, just before the video does start, a quick little ad on a trading service I offer over on Twitch for the cheapest trading guides out there for just £4, €4, all free. With Amazon Prime, you'll receive daily trading and investing guides covering PlayStation, Xbox and PC with an array of methods covering all budgets. And I've been trading for over 10 years, making over 100 million in multiple different FIFAs, and now for the last 4 years I've made 10 million coins in just the first month. So in today's video, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be covering the fodder that has now absolutely crashed in price due to Team of the Season Live. We're talking about the different avenues you can go for, why different things might go up, and so on and so on. So without further ado, let's have a little look at some of the ratings. Now, fodder crashed quite significantly. I mean, 84s are already going for discard, but yesterday we saw the likes of 85s go all the way from around about 3.2k, and they crashed down now all the way down to discard, which is very interesting. We can see that 86s have crashed yesterday all the way from 5.7 down to 4k. And we can go up a little bit higher rated. We can look at 87s, we can look at 88s, 89s. We can see that 87s yesterday went from 8k all the way down there to 6k today. We can see that 88s have gone from 12k down to 9k. And finally, we can see that 89s have gone from 22k down there to 17k. So we can see, I mean, some of them are up a little bit at the moment. But we can see that fodder has absolutely crashed. And traditionally, fodder is the cheapest anywhere from 10 PM on the Sunday through to about 10 AM on the Saturday, although it can go into later hours in the day and Saturday, which is obviously why we're making this video. So we do believe it is the prime time to go and look at buying fodder. But with so much fodder crashing, what are we going to go and buy? Now, there's basically three sort of SBCs we can go and buy fodder for. We've got one, the cheap upgrade SBCs. These traditionally require 84, 85 rated squads, maybe with a team of the week, but I don't think they require a team of the weeks anymore. So we've got 84 and 85 rated squads. We then have 89s that are being used for the likes of the 89 exchange. And then we got as high rated as possible with it still being very good value for money. A time this has worked quite recently was like someone like Bilal, who when in packs went down to 40k, but since has rebounded all the way up to 70k. Now the Bilal sort of investment would be coming in for big player SBCs, but again, for example, like the Rio Ferdinand we had yesterday, the Lineker we had yesterday. So that's kind of where that investment stands right there. And a really good rebound on the Prince, which is quite interesting. So let's start off with the cheap investment. The cheap investment we're going to be looking for going for is going to be the 85s and 86s. Now, some would say, what about 84s? Well, the problem with 84s is they're only going to get used if it's an 84 rated squad. Arguably, 85s are probably only going to get used if it's an 85 or an 86 rated squad. Whereas 86s will probably be used an 85 rated squad and above if 85s rise significantly. So that's why like 85 and 86s are the play. I guess if you want to tail towards one, maybe you go with 86s. So 85s are looking really good. We can see just by the daily graph that EA just consistently need them for SBCs, 4k to 8k, 6k to 8k. We got the new one. I know she's had a transfer card. 4k up there to 6k. Recently we've seen 3k to 4.2k. So you can obviously see that these cards are being used a lot for upgrades, and at the moment they're going for discard, so happy days. And then 86s again, we can see the same sort of thing. This is like the daily trends. We can see they've gone 7 there to 12. We can see right there they've gone 9 to 11 there. We can see they've done 7.5 to 8.6 there. I mean, even recently they've done 6k up to around about 8k. So we can see that EA are consistently requiring 86s there. So picking these both up full going rate, I'd be more than happy to do so. And that's basically the first investment. Now, we'd be holding on to these till Wednesday after 6 PM. The reason for that is cards traditionally drop Wednesday after 6 PM. I'm sure I can probably show you it here because of Division Rival Rewards. Here's Tuesday. Where we go? Tuesday. There you go. Wednesday. 3.9k down there to 3.2k, and even after marquee matchups down there to 3k. So we can see dropping right there with the likes of Division Rivals and marquee matchups, and we can see the same here with Trent. Thursday before Division Rivals 7k, Thursday after Division Rivals 5.6k, which means we go and sell them after the 6 PM content on the Wednesday because that is the most amount of days of SBCs without them being replaced. So that is your first investment, 85s, 86s, buy now and go and sell on the Wednesday. Your next investment you're going to be looking at is going to be 89s, because I don't believe you really want to be investing in anything between the 88s, 85s and 88s. So, yep, we got the likes of the 89s. Now, the nice thing about the cards that are slightly higher rate than 89s is they've actually all been picking up quite recently. So, you know how I was showing earlier that, well, fodder went down the other day because of, what was it? Fodder went down the other day because of all the packs being open. Well, interesting enough, anything 90 and above actually went up. We can see the likes of Lemuse going from 20k here all the way up to 26k. So if anything above an 89 was rising, that works nicely in the favour of 89s, because it shows that, well, they're potentially next to follow suit. So 89s, again, I believe are decent, because I think they should be used for the exchanges through the weeks, meaning these cards can be nice and rare, meaning if they are needed for any well-demanded player SBCs or maybe a guaranteed team of the season SBC, they'll do very nicely, because of course they're already rare. Anything that's rare that's then demanded does really well. A great example of this is players being used for Evos. We've got some really old rare inform cards, they're then needed for Evos, they go extinct. And you know, again, the same sort of concept to an extent does occur in these. So again, more than happy to go and pick these up at 18k. And then the final investment we get to is looking at the highest rated that I guess is still good value for money. The problem is, again, there isn't anything too amazing. Now, what I would say is, because 92s are coming in at 66k, 93s are coming in at 68k, the highest you can go without there being a substantial price increase is looking at 91s. Arguably even 90s, because of course if we go from this rating to this rating, we're looking at 10k. If we go from this rating to this rating, we're looking at about 7k. If we go from this rating to this rating, we are looking at about 11, 12k. But if we go from this rating, we go 30k. As a result, it then shows that the 91s are the best value for money. They're going to be inflated, but they're the best value for money cards, you know, that are high rated, used for top end SBCs. And again, we can see there are 39k before content, and you can still pick them up for about 39, 40, which isn't bad. Now, they did go down for the first hour, but then rebounded as people did the SBCs, and I'm sure are doing upgrade SBCs and so on and so on. So your third investment is the 91s. Now, I would probably still sell these before Division Rival Awards. There's less reason to sell before Division Rival Awards, because there is a lower chance someone goes and packs a 91 than they do go and pack like an 85 and 86 and so on. But yeah, going with 91s I would say is your best investment in terms of high rateds. The nicer investment is to actually go with the special cards that are out of packs, because of course those cards can't physically be packed, whereas stuff like Putellas, De Bruyne, Prince and so on can be packed. So that kind of wraps up the overall investment, but there's actually a slightly interesting take of this. So if we're buying cards and let's say we're holding on to them until Wednesday, and let's say maybe even with some of the high rates, and maybe we even hold on to them for a little bit longer, what can I buy that might have added utility than gold cards? And there's two avenues with this. One, we're going to be looking at the likes of Sheaf, and two, we're going to be looking at the likes of Rodri. So what do these guys have in common? I mean, they're both CDMs, but that's not really the point. They're for different reasons. Now, the reason Sheaf is nice is because obviously he's the cheapest 89, but he does have the chance of obviously going up to like a 91. It's not really the relevance. The more relevance is actually that he's a Team of the Season live card, and EA in previous years have required Team of the Seasons for the Team of the Season guaranteed at the end of the week, and as a result could very well require a Team of the Season live card for a potential guaranteed Team of the Season live card at the end of the week. On top of that, we've also seen cups which require minimum players from that promo, so we might also go and see that this Monday, and as a result Sheaf could go and rise for that. So he's got some nice double utility right there. And why would we go Rodri? Well, Rodri, along with a lot of other players, maybe players such as Rice and so on, are favourite to hit in the Premier League Team of the Season. Meaning, as soon as people start making Premier League Team of the Season predictions and start talking about gold cards going out of packs, the likes of Rodri could potentially outperform other 89s. And again, it's always subject to opinion on who you think is going to get the Prem Team season. Obviously, you don't have to listen to me, but I think Rodri would be a good shoe-in for someone who's got a Team of the Season. So that's just a way of like added a little bit extra to your investment and potentially seeing them rise a little bit more than other players of that rating. But that is going to go and wrap up this investment, this video regarding the investments. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video.